Town neighbors from the Jackson County Chamber of Commerce, Tim Booth and Haley Hemmig. Good morning.
Good morning,
Good morning.
fellas.
How are you guys?
Good. How are you?
Good. Did you guys get candy last night?
We did. We did an office trick or treat.
Nice.
Well, all sorts of goodies.
Yeah? Good.
The chamber has been very busy. It's like ribbon cutting season.
Yeah, it
Yes.
is ribbon cutting season.
It is. It is. We've had a number of them. Lots of good things happening in the community. I'll highlight one right next to us, right
Yeah.
here. We've introduced the McKibben Media Group
Yeah.
studio in front of the chamber.
Are they giving you your own show?
Let's hope not.
They should.
Their desire is to increase ratings. But that has entirely changed the vibe up front. They're going to be broadcasting shows from
Cool.
there. So that's just one of what's been happening. We were over at Jackson High.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Those two new places, the athletic center and the football field and the natatorium, are
Yeah.
just great. So
Yeah, it's the real deal. And of course, Nevermore Decor, another ribbon cutting we had last week as well, right downtown here on Michigan Ave.
lots of good.
Yeah, lots of good. So before we get to November, because there's a lot going on, let's talk about Jaxpo. How did Jaxpo go for you guys?
Jaxpo went great.
Yeah.
It really did. We had the highest of expectations for all the events that day, including the economic lunch, Jaxpo, of course, and then the after hours. And I was very pleased with it. And the feedback that I'm getting from the vendors that were a part of Jaxpo is very positive, and it was productive time and investment for them. And it continued right on through the evening. So came off very,
Great.
very well. Proud of that.
Yeah. Jaxpo After Hours, we got to stay for a few minutes of that, but I think that's one of the highlights,
fun.
the networking and
Mm-hmm.
food, drink, the awards.
The building really allows itself to,
Yeah.
do a few different
Yeah.
things at once, right?
sure.
You don't have to tear down, set up. It's nice.
Oh, God.
Oh, there's Haley.
There.
Oh, that's when I'm the happiest, when I'm eating.
But it was great. You
It's
guys,
great.
you guys mixed it up this
You're
year.
right. That space is so versatile.
Yeah.
I mean, we can have a number of things and have it so convenient for all of our guests, just to pop back and forth to the different spaces.
Yeah.
And, the after hours is just a great way to unwind and just have connections and collaboration in a little bit different way. It was great to have Larry there.
Yeah.
His food was one of the pick hits of what we offered. So.
Awesome. So November's here, and Haley, there's some events, and I'm interested in this lunch and learn about embezzlement.
Yes.
You're gonna have an actual former embezzler.
A former embezzler. He went to federal prison twice for embezzling from his company.
Amazing.
Yep. So it's approaching on Monday at the MLK Center, and it is sponsored by Comerica Bank.
Cool.
It's from 11 to 1, and we also have Amanda Hutchings from Peak Manufacturing speaking upon her story,
Right.
because her company actually got embezzled, and she got embezzled by her best friend that worked there.
And how cool of her to be able to come forward with this story, right? A lot of people would not want to share this story,
For
but
sure.
you talk about an asset to the Jackson business community, someone locally being able to tell their story.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of embezzlements never go reported.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
there's
discovered.
statistics out there for
Yeah.
sure that no one ever comes forward because,
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's something for everybody that's in business, something to learn from.
We've got a little video.
Let's take a look.
Let's take a look.
Hi there, my name is Amanda Hutchings. I'm the president of Peak Manufacturing. You may have seen us in the news recently as we fell victim to employee embezzlement. We had an employee that stole hundreds and thousands of dollars over a 2-year period. It was a really tough thing that our company went through on a financial scale, on a personal scale. She was also one of my best friends for the last 14 years, so it's always somebody that you would never expect. It's always a model employee. And her nickname was literally Grandma in the company because she was so caring and took care of everybody. So I think I'm ready to tell my story, and I was asked to be part of a event that the Jackson Chamber of Commerce is holding. It's a lunch and learn on November 7th, and the topic is embezzlement. Myself and Barry Webney, he's a 2-time felon for embezzlement, are going to tell you our stories, as well as provide you with very practical instruction on how you can prevent embezzlement from happening, what red flags to look for, what changes to your policies and procedures are needed to kind of prevent some of these things from happening. So although I'm embarrassed, I'm also ready to share my story so I can help another small business from this happening to them. So I hope to see you guys there. Again, this is the Jackson Chamber of Commerce, the Lunch and Learn, November 7th. Go ahead and go online and you can register there. And I hope to see you guys there. Thank you.
I think so interesting. So anyone who goes, it's definitely going to be worth your time. A story you don't normally get to hear.
For sure.
And victims, they never get their money back.
Yeah.
I mean, they're supposed to, but
Yes. Yeah, and I think one of the interesting things about the program that Haley has set up is, we've got the story from the perpetrator and the victim, and Amanda's going to share just kind of a spontaneous decision that she made one day that actually helped her out in a very significant way. So there's a lot of elements to both of the stories that we're going to hear
Very
on
cool.
Monday.
Very cool. And we're going to get to meet Amanda on JTV later this week. Post-election Rise and Shine will be coming up. Any election news or anything on the ballot that the Chamber's got their eye on, Tim?
Well, the Rise and Shine that we have scheduled for November 11th, we've kind of dubbed that "You Voted, Now What?"
Yeah.
So we're going to get updates, now what?
Right.
With the millage for the jail, with the term limits on the state, proposal 1, with the 911, what's going to be happening, with that. And then we're just going to update. We're going to have topic experts come in and say, okay, did it pass? Did it not pass?
Yeah.
What now?
Right.
So that's going to be Friday the 11th over at Vista Grand. And of course, those start at registration at 7:30 and they go from 8 to 9.
Yeah, there'll be a lot to talk about for sure that day.
Oh,
a lot on the ballot.
I bet there is. Yeah.
hopefully all the votes will be counted by then.
Yeah, I hope so too.
Yeah, that's a good point.
1 week from today is Election Day, so if you have not, I strongly encourage you to check out what's on your ballot ahead of time. You can visit michigan.gov/SOS, put your address in, and your ballot will just pop right up. So, great to see you guys.
Thanks for having
you,
us.
It's always great to be with you, fellas.
A lot coming up with the Chamber, thanks to Tim Booth and Haley Hemmig. More of the morning show after this.